If you need some inspiration, you know I got you.
Hi, my name is Rakia and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be discussing Shedeur Sanders, okay? And just so you guys know, I know absolutely nothing about football. Football, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I know nothing about football, but I heard this story and it truly touched me. Like, I literally had to run it by my fiance. Did I tell y'all I was engaged? Yeah, I'm engaged. I had to run it by my fiance, run it by my dad, and I'm like, listen, am I understanding this story correctly? And they were like, yeah, you are. In this video, I'll be doing a very brief and quick breakdown of the psychology of Black boy joy. What Shedeur showed us in that moment wasn't just maturity. This whole process is what we call the psychology of Black boy joy. In a world that too often defines young Black men by their pain, their anger, or their toughness, Black boy joy is resistance. Okay, it's the psychological act of reclaiming softness, pride, and most importantly, inner peace, even when the world tries to shame you into silence or rage. Now, on the other hand, joy in this context isn't just a feeling, it's a coping mechanism, a form of emotional resilience that protects mental health, identity, and self-worth. So when Shedeur laughed through the disrespect, he wasn't being naive. He was choosing himself over the narrative that they were trying to write for him. Let's get into it. Now, Shedeur Sanders is the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. And from what I hear, he didn't really rely on his father's fame to open doors. He worked, he studied, and he led at Jackson State University. And he wasn't just good, apparently, he was transformative. Now imagine, I need y'all to really imagine this, okay? The NFL draft is supposed to be the culmination of a dream, okay? It's a night where all the work, the early mornings, the injuries, the sacrifices, they all finally pay off. But here's when things took a weird turn. Even weirder than him being skipped over multiple times and being like the 144th pick. Other than that, here's where things took a weird turn. In the middle of the draft, Shedeur gets a call, okay? The voice on the other end says it's Mickey Loomis, the GM of the New Orleans Saints, and that they're about to draft him. Now pause. Imagine that you're sitting with your family. The cameras are rolling, emotions are high, and someone calls you with that news. Of course you're going to believe it. Of course your heart's going to race. And then boom, it turns out it was fake. Not just a wrong number or a prank from a friend. It was the 21-year-old son of a Falcons coach who somehow got Shedeur's number from an iPad laying around his parents' house and thought it would be funny to live stream himself pretending to be an NFL exec. Like, y'all, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's one thing to be young and stupid. We've all been there, okay? We've all been there, young, dumb, young, foolish, yeah. But playing with someone's career moment like it's content, that's beyond childish. That's disrespectful. And yet, listen, and yet, listen to the and yet. Shedeur handled it better than most of us would have. No outbursts, no bitterness, no online clapbacks, just grace, just joy. He smiled, he laughed with his people, he stayed grounded, very chill, like, y'all not about to shake me. That is Black boy joy in real time. A lot of y'all men need to truly embody that Black boy joy. I'm telling you, it will get you so far. And I'm not talking about performative happiness or fake positivity. I mean the real kind, that deep-rooted joy that says, I know who I am, and you're not about to take that from me. Because let's be honest, the world often expects Black men to explode when they're disrespected. It almost dares you to snap. But Shedeur didn't give them that satisfaction. He chose peace. He chose presence. He chose joy. And honestly, that in itself is powerful. It spoke to me. I don't know nothing about the NFL, y'all. I know nothing about football. Nothing. And his story spoke volumes to me. Like, strength isn't just loud. Sometimes it's in the calmness, in the peace, and the solitude. In knowing your worth so deeply that you don't have to prove it to anybody, especially not to people who try to play with you. Now, let's stay here for a second because I really want to do a psychological breakdown of the term Black Boy Joy. I know sometimes, a lot of people don't fully understand it. It gets thrown around sometimes like a hashtag, but it's more than that. It's not just about smiling or dancing or doing, TikTok dances. It's about owning your softness, your light, your peace in a world that keeps trying to harden you. Black Boy Joy is radical because it's unapologetic. It makes people feel so uncomfortable. It says, I can be brilliant, I could be vulnerable, I could be goofy, I can cry, I can laugh through pain, and I don't know anybody toughness to earn respect. It's about choosing not to be defined by trauma, not letting the world shrink you down to just pain or survival mode. And when Shedeur sat there smiling with his family after a disrespectful, heavy on the disrespectful, public prank, that was it. That was joy. That was resistance. That was healing. And that was proof that dignity doesn't come from what people give you. It comes from what you already know about yourself. That's what made the moment powerful, okay? Not that he was drafted. I mean, that too was powerful. But that he didn't let that prank steal his spirit. Look at him dancing with his family. You better go off, boy. Now, he may have gotten picked in the 5th round, but Shedeur's character, definitely giving first round energy every time. I wish him nothing but the best, and the league is definitely not ready for him. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
If you need some inspiration, I got you.